Remember, soil's alive, dirt's dead. I grow soil. No sense growing dirt. Man, good to see you guys. Welcome to another episode of Soil King Showcase, where we elevate and I bring to you guys the best products on the damn planet. It's way too beautiful of a day in Sonoma County. I mean, come on, to be stuck in the Cloverwood studio, so we decided to take this outside to the Soil King Garden Center and show you our giant pumpkin patch. So you might ask, hey Soil King, what do you have in store today? Let me tell you, man. Synergy Ag Pro, who I use their products on seed to soul farms for the last 4 years. But guess what? I can show you better than I can tell you. So let's go meet them. What's up, Nathan? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Look at this day. Sonoma County. I mean, 5:30 in the evening. Can you get a better day, better time, man? Got a little cool breeze going on today.
Perfect.
Sitting in the giant pumpkin patch with some tea brewing right here. In fact, what do we got right here?
Okay, Patrick, we brought out some nice things to show you. We have the Synergy Airlift Cyclone system, 60 gallons. The 145-gallon Volcano system. And the 1150 Volcano system.
I mean, this is awesome. So since I'm leaning on this one, let's talk about the 60 gallon.
Okay. So the 60-gallon Cyclone brewer is an airlift system that circulates the water, bringing it down and up, oxidizing it to about 11 parts per million dissolved oxygen, mixing it around. These are biological microorganism incubators. More scientific term, and you're growing microorganism life forms, and to sustain that life you need to have enough oxygen to support their habitat as they grow, because they're going to start absorbing more oxygen.
So as they're producing, they're like getting it on, doing the funky in there, multiplying.
Oh yeah.
They need to breathe.
Yeah, the more that grow, the more oxygen that's needed, because it's just going to drop.
So we're producing aerobic instead of anaerobic bacteria with this design.
Absolutely, beneficial bacteria.
Got another question for you. Since we're talking about them having fun and multiplying, right? And I see the swirl motion going around. It reminds me of my hot tub in my backyard, right? I mean, I got 4 kids. I've multiplied more than once. So why is it swirling like that? What's a repetitive motion that you need with a brewer?
You need agitation, lots of agitation to basically knock the microorganisms out of the tea into the water so they can multiply.
So they're keeping them excited. They're moving around.
Absolutely.
They're like me with a lot of energy, you know what I mean? Just jamming on, just getting with it, right?
Stimulation.
Stimulation, I love it. Stimulation. So why do people use brewers? What is the benefit to brewing a batch of brew and putting it on your plants?
Microorganisms are Mother Nature's insecticides, pesticides, and fungicides. They also work in a symbiotic relationship with the rhinosphere of the root structure of the plants, promoting growth and nutrient intake.
So like when I always talk about preventative maintenance, these are the products I'm talking about. Some of the first products to hit my plants and the last products to be applied to my plants for that. So we talked about the brewer itself. Now let's talk about what goes in it to make the compost tea. You got anything for me?
This is the Synergy Compost Tea AG blend. It's an organic 2-year aged organic compost. We worked very closely with Dr. Elaine Ingham to formulate this. It consists of worm castings, humic acid, and a 2-year aged compost that has no animal byproducts. We don't use sugar or molasses because that overstimulates the microorganisms. It's like giving a kid a soda. They get rushed and then they crash. So we use carbohydrates.
So just like us, it's like a compost carbohydrate, where when you eat a piece of bread, it slowly breaks down into a sugar source instead of a molasses that you would pour in here that all of a sudden would get the Coca-Cola kick, right?
Yeah.
Be gone. You slam a Coca-Cola, you get wired up, and then you want to fall asleep, right? Yeah. Beautiful. This is the part I love about this this tea blend right here, this compost tea. And there you have it. Pretty simple mix right there, but it's highly effective, highly effective. Nathan, thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for bringing a Synergy Ag Pro, all your equipment out here. You know how I get down. I like to put this on my plants, and I think from what I'm hearing back there, them giant pumpkin leaves are screaming for some lotion right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head back to Steve and Wes's pumpkin patch and get to it.
Cool, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Gunner. Come on, Gunner. Let's go see the pumpkin patch. Come on, buddy. What's up, Steve? It's about time. It's about the right time in the evening. Sunny weather in Sonoma County. It's beautiful out here. Look at that pumpkin. They're looking good, huh?
Yeah, they are looking good.
So welcome to Wes and Steve's Pumpkin Patch at the Soil King. You know how we bring it. And Steve's a Soil King member. My show, everything I do is ran by guys like this. So thank you for everything, buddy.
Thank you,
And let's put some lotion on these pumpkin plants, man.
Yep. Just out here spraying some Synergy Tea.
Man, we started these, what, May? Here we are today, 4 months later. We have a lot of pumpkins going on. We got your patch over here. We got Wesley's patch over here. We got, what are the varieties that we have?
We have Atlantic Giants. We have the jack-o'-lantern style pumpkin.
And we even have an extreme seed out here, I think, somewhere as well, too. So we have a lot of different varieties of pumpkins. Right now, the pumpkins are around 300 pounds. We're hoping to hit over 1,000 in another couple months.
20 pounds a day. They should put on 20 pounds a day with the Synergy Tea spray.
Yep, that's a good one. So hey, let's start spraying.
Let's do it.
Foliar spraying in the evening is the best application you can do. It gives the beneficials, the bacteria, protozoas, microbes, and everything that you're putting on the plant. It gives it all night to do its job, to not be sunburned from the sun. It doesn't have exposure to the UV light. It gets to do its job to the best of its ability. And I mean, that's what we all like to do. Growing pumpkins is really exciting. Every day you get another opportunity to go visit your pumpkin patch and see how big it's grown. Every day you see a difference in size. It's just like, it's addictive. The pumpkin growing is very unique. It's different than any other thing. Vine growing is a great experience. So like you come over here and you see this little female flower. It has a little pumpkin on it. The females produce the pumpkins. The male inseminates the pumpkin. And so you end up with a female, which is a pumpkin. So with these, we don't want these to grow on the end of the vines because we want the energy to go back up the vine. So we break the end of the vine off and we grab the pumpkins going up the vine and we just twist them nice and gentle and pop just like that, and you pull it off. And that's what you end up with. So now it's not sucking energy into this at the end of the vine. Now the energy can go back up the vine into the big pumpkin up at the other end of the vine, redirecting the energy back to the pumpkin itself to get more girth. We want to hit that 20 pounds per day, right? Oh, and another thing is very important. When you have your vines running like right here, you see how Steve and Wes, they've buried this vine and they covered it up. So the root system will actually grow out the bottom out of a node. There's a little hook that grows on the bottom of the vine. And if you bury it and add moisture to it, it'll actually produce a root system. When the root system goes down in there, it'll absorb nutrients and water all the way from this area of the vine and shoot it and redirect it right back up to where the pumpkin is back up the vine. You have a short amount of time, you got an annual plant, you're trying to pull as much energy and nutrients from every angle back to that giant pumpkin. And that's how you obtain the pumpkin, right? This is why we do it outside. Beautiful Sonoma County, we got the sun, we got beautiful pumpkin patch hanging out with my buddy Steve, right? Got my dog Gunner. So thanks Synergy Tea for giving us that nice lotion we can rub on our pumpkin. We'll see you at the next episode. Rub that pumpkin. Let's put some lotion on these pumpkin plants, man.